Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Aziz Ahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to learn how we can install QuickStack on our server. But before we are going to the tutorial, I want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me to this channel. And now you can also support me by click super thanks from this video, or you can just join membership on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't yet watched my previous video, in my previous video, we learned how we deploy or install LLM in our server, which is we can run like a DeepSeek and then a Gemma in our VPS server. So you can just check link in the description below, or you can just find my previous video. Alright, so here we want to learn how to install QuickStack in VPS server. So what is QuickStack? Here we can see QuickStack is a quick way to deploy our application that can build, run, and monitor our app on any server from a single easy to use UI. So we can just using this one command, and here like several features provided by QuickStack, which is the easy one command install, automatic SSL, and then seamless Git integration, persistent data storage, and then real-time app monitoring, scalable cluster support. And we can also read the details here on QuickStack documentation. What QuickStack is a simple web UI to manage our Linux server and deploy our containerized application. Here, blah blah blah. We can think QuickStack as our personal cloud platform built to run on our server. So we don't need to think about all the backend complexity. It means we can just focus on our application. Here, why we have to consider using QuickStack, it is open source, and then ease of use, let's see, and then scalability, flexibility, and full control. And this is behind QuickStack, which is it using Kubernetes, K3s, and then traffic for reverse proxy and load balancer, Longhorn, distribute block storage, and so on and so on. Let's see how we install. Let's go to this and see. We need to have Linux server and then at least 2 CPU and 4 GB of RAM. Here's are several hosting or cloud provider, but in this video I'll using VPS from Firefox. Maybe if you have watched my previous video, you have noticed what this Firefox hosting. So here, Firefox hosting, it's like other hosting provider, but here we can see it's starting only from $0.60 per month. And here Firefox provide several options such as web hosting, reseller hosting, and also VPS hosting that we will try in this video. So yeah, I choose VPS hosting. Specifically, I choose Linux VPS because here in QuickStack, it must be Linux server. So here we can select whether unmanaged or managed. With unmanaged, we can doing all things by ourselves. This is my option, Linux server D16. It have 8 dedicated CPUs, 16 GB of RAM, 3020 GB NVMe storage, and you can just hit start now, or you can just click the link in the description below to go to this VPS server. Once you have select your favorite option here, you can just log into your Firefox panel. We will see something like this, which is active product, Linux server D16, and yeah, this is like server information like server IP and then username and also the password. In this Firepack it says as secret value. So first thing first, let's try to access the server through SSH using SSH and then username, which is the username is root, and add the IP address and then hit and enter and then say yes. And we need to copy a secret value, which is password, from this Firepack and then bring the password here. Alright, so this is my VPS server. Here, as you can see, 8 CPU and also 16 GB of RAM. So here, new release available. Let's see, upgrade it. So it says we have to reboot. So let's just select reboot first here. Let's wait and let's explore here. Step by step, we can first connect our server using SSH, and after we connect our server, we just need to run this script and then we choose network interface. So let's try again, and then I need to input my password again. And now let's copy the script here and then select the option 2. Alright, so as you can see, the installation process is done. As we can see, we see QuickStack. We can access QuickStack UI on the following URL, which is a server IP and then port 30,000. So we can just say the IP and 30,000. Alright, so this is the initial setup. And yeah, we need to create an user account here. I will speed up this process. And yes, this is the QuickStack panel or the QuickStack admin panel. So the UI is clean, awesome here. And on the left side, we see several menus such as project and then monitoring. Here, the server name is my name here, CPU load, and then RAM, and also the storage. And this is the backup. No backup configure because currently no S3 target here. And also the setting, we can change the password and also enable 2FA here. And then user and group, we can invite other people and we can group it here. And the S3 target, we can set up here, QuickStack setting, and cluster. Here we can also add other cluster node. Currently this is default, I just have one node here. And yeah, this is the maintenance. We can upgrade or update QuickStack just through this button. And also here on the right, we see several important buttons such as purge images, clean up build job, clean up temporary file, and then delete alt apps log, delete or manage container, and so on. So let's create a demo project. Let's name it as demo node. And let's hit this demo node, and inside this we can just hit create app and we can select empty app and then database or template. Currently QuickStack only have a template which is WordPress. Let's select maybe empty. And here we see several. Let's go to this general and then we can select source type Docker container or Git. So let's select Git and then select HTTPS here, and we bring GitHub or Git's repo URL here, and also the Git branch to be main, and then just save. We see source info save. Let's in the overview environment, we can set up env variable here, the domain, and advanced. Let's try to deploy. As we can see, successfully deploy here. Building, we can see so log. All right, so it's starting here. It says pending. Here it says deployed, and yeah, CPU load 0.44. It's using 26 of RAM. So let's try to add a domain here. By default, we don't have a random domain from this QuickStack. So let's try to assign a domain on this demo node. So here, let's just hit add a domain, and let's say, so we can configure and make sure the domain must be pointing to the server IP address, and the app port is 80 as we can see here. But because this node, so let's try to 3000 and just save, and then try to rebuild. Let's see on these logs. Started successfully. Still building here. With domain this. Deployment applied. This the previous is shut down, and let's try this domain. All right, now it's successfully running. So my previous mistake is this on the port, and also I think if we have any change on domain, we need to rebuild. I guess we have to rebuild, not just stop and start. And also by default right now we don't have a random domain provided by QuickStack. It means we have to set up a domain of mine on this QuickStack project or QuickStack app. But now it's successfully running on this, and it's HTTPS that we can set up in here. Use HTTPS, or we can force HTTP to redirect to HTTPS. Overall, this QuickStack is awesome. It have clean, fresh UI here. It have monitoring features, and it have clustering like this, which is awesome. But maybe in the next video I'll try to explore, and you can explore it by yourself. And also right now the template only one, which is WordPress. I hope in the next upcoming feature it will be many options, many template, like others alternative with this QuickStack. So I think that's enough my video today. If you have any question or comment, write it down on the comment field. Thank you so much, and see you again on the next video.